Hello everybody, it's me, Zai, your boy Jimmy, and today we're talking about the Booster Course Pack in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's only like a few weeks away, and personally, I cannot wait for this DLC. And with 48 new tracks comes a lot of tracks that I want to see and I think the fans really want to see. So I'm going to count down the top 10 tracks I want to see the most, and also, if you like Nintendo content, Mario Kart content, I'm going to be making more of that on this channel, so please consider subscribing. It is free, and you can always change your mind after if you decide you don't like me or something. Anyway, on with the list. Number 10. Guy Bazaar. Guy Bazaar is an incredibly underrated track from the 3DS. Why I like this track is because it's extremely pretty. It has an absolutely fantastic atmosphere. I love the night sky and the different sections in it. You got the marketplace you drive through, you got the paraglider section, and I just love the Arabian vibe of it all. When you're flying past Shy Guys on magic carpets. Like, what's not to love about that? It's just an extremely unique track, and I think Mario Kart 8 needs some more unique tracks in it. I don't want just a bunch of Mario circuits. I mean, there's some good ones, don't get me wrong, but I love the unique tracks in Mario Kart like this one. So I'm definitely wanting this. I think this track deserves way more love. It has one of the best atmospheres of any Mario Kart track, and let's show some Mario Kart 7 tracks more love. Mario Kart 7 is an underrated game. There were so many banging tracks on that. So Guy Bazaar, definitely a solid map and one I want to see. Coming in at number 9 is a Nintendo 64 track. I think it's one a lot of people want to see. It's Kalimari Desert. Probably one of the more iconic maps from Mario Kart 64, a classic game, and this is a map that deserves a remaster without a doubt. I love the western theme of this map, and it kind of sets itself apart from like the other desert maps in Mario Kart because this is more of like a Wild West sort of theme, and I really love that. Yet again, another unique track here, and obviously there's the iconic train in this track. You know how much joy it would bring me playing online, ramming players into the train or seeing them just get flung up in the air like after getting hit by it. It's gonna be beautiful. It has to be in this DLC. It's also worth saying that in Mario Kart 8 they took some bland maps like Cheese Land, let's say, and really expanded upon it with these paraglider shortcuts and this anti-gravity section. I think they could do something cool like that with the Kalimari Desert. Sure, maybe not like nothing too crazy with the anti-gravity, but it could be cool to have a paraglider section, a longer section where you're on the railroad, maybe a little cave section. So they could really add something to this map, and I want to see Nintendo kind of add more to these maps and expand upon them. If they add some more to Kalimari Desert, it's sure to be a banging track. Number 9 for me. Number 8 is Koopa Cape. I don't know if I'm in the minority on this, but I think Koopa Cape is one of my favorite tracks in Mario Kart Wii. It's such a weird track, but it's an absolute classic. I absolutely adore it. So you start out, right? You're in this cool cave area, and I love the little jumps that you do in Mario Kart Wii. I wish they would kind of bring those back. It's kind of cool to like get an item there and kind of boost yourself. But then you go to this cool water section. I think it would be cool to play this with a bunch of people, see this remastered, kind of a classic section. And then my favorite part, this kind of makes this like one of my favorite maps from Wii, is when you go down and you're underwater. You have to go in the water part of this tube to go faster, but you can't get hit by the electricity. It's so fun, and it's aesthetically just really cool. And then you go up, obviously you get more ramps. I kind of wish the ramps would come back, and you can't go in the little water section or else you fall and die. And you know, if you're a total noob like me, you have done that multiple times and it's been incredibly frustrating. It's a classic map. It deserves more love, and I think it should definitely be remastered on Mario Kart 8. Number 7 is Air Fortress. DS had so many great tracks on it. A few we'll be talking about soon. As a kid, this track gave me so much joy. I just love the craziness of it all and kind of how much action's in it. You start off and you immediately have to dodge bullet bills that are shooting at you. I thought that was the coolest thing. And then you have to slide onto the like airship, and there's like moles that you have to avoid. And yet again, I talk about like aesthetic and atmosphere, but I just kind of love going on an air fortress and going in the ship. But I love that, and I love obviously getting shot and going into the little like castle structure and like the twisty like turny way down. But yeah, a classic map. Number 6, Mushroom City, a good old Double Dash track. We finally are talking about Double Dash tracks now. Double Dash, great game, and I want to see like a city track on here or like another traffic track, because they decided to remaster Toad's Turnpike, and I feel like out of all the traffic maps, that's like the worst one to remaster. The people maybe want Moonview Highway to be remastered, and I get that. That'll be fun, I guess. It's difficult as fucking claustrophobic, but okay, like I'd play it. I love like going into the city and stuff for that brief moment. If they could expand upon that, that'd be cool. But for me, I think Mushroom City's always been just a little bit cooler. I love just driving into the city and the multiple routes you have to take. And I think there's like a good route. I always kind of get messed up because it's like, it's harder. There's more cars. I love trying to avoid the bomber cars, and seeing your friend get hit by one brings me absolute joy, and they need to bring those back. And I feel like this would really benefit from a remaster, because imagine how beautiful this like city will look in Mario Kart 8. I just think it would be awesome. So Mushroom City, definitely high up on this list. One of my favorite Double Dash tracks, needs to make a comeback. Number 5, Delfino Square. Delfino Square has always been one of my favorite tracks. I loved it on DS, loved it on Wii, and I would love it if they remastered it. I just love the vibe of driving through this like small town village area, and I love that section when you're like, there's like 2 routes you can take, and you're just driving in this alleyway between a bunch of these buildings. Then you have the marketplace section, and then you have the section with the bridge, and it always changes throughout the course of the map. So sometimes you can like go up if the bridge is up and like get a jump on it. It's really awesome when that happens, and I just really like the vibe of this map. I think it's a simple one, and I think it's one they could easily bring back. I think it would make a lot of people happy because it's a classic map from DS and Wii, and it could really use a remaster. Number 4, Wario Colosseum from Double Dash. Wow, the fact that this map hasn't been remastered actually blows my mind. This map is an experience. It is absolutely huge. Look, it's difficult, but it's so interesting, and there's so many different cool sections in it. Obviously, the section where you can kind of like jump across the big gap and get the item box, that's a challenge, but really cool. You get that windy section down. I think, yet again, like all these tracks, it looked beautiful with the remaster. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's one of my favorite Double Dash tracks. It's extremely difficult, but exciting. It's a visceral track, and it needs to come back. It just needs to come back. The fact that it hasn't already is crazy to me. Number 3 is Maple Treeway. I know we already got Wild Woods, and it's like kind of similar, but like, nah, I still want Maple Treeway. It's a classic. Everyone loves this map. I absolutely want Maple Treeway in this game. I always talk about atmosphere, but I think maybe the best atmosphere has to be Maple Treeway because it has this beautiful autumn vibe to it. I just love the leaves and just the whole fall look of it. It's beautiful. And yet again, with a remaster, oh, it's so nice. I love when you get shot out of that cannon and you drive up the tree trunk, and then you have like the wiggler things that you have to avoid that I've gotten hit by too many times. Then you go on the tree branches, you gotta get the boost. Then when you drive down and you go across the bridge, it's just always a map layout that I will remember just because of how cool it actually is. And it's actually one that Nintendo could maybe add a bit more to, honestly. They could add some paraglider sections if they wanted, maybe some anti-gravity sections. That'd be really cool. This is a fan favorite map for sure, and one that I think would make everyone happy, not just myself. So yeah, Maple Treeway, a classic map from maybe the best Mario Kart. Maybe. I have to do a Mario Kart rank video soon. Number 2, this is one that everyone has probably set on their list and seen coming, but I mean, for good reason, 3DS Rainbow Road. Arguably the best Rainbow Road in my opinion. Now, there's a good amount of Rainbow Roads I could have put on this list. The Wii one, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite. Don't. It's just my opinion. It's a good one, but it's not the best one. I like Double Dashes more, actually, and that would be cool to come back. But 3DS is one that everyone loves for a reason because it is stunning, it is beautiful, and it is so exciting. Start off, and it's like a regular Rainbow Road track, but it's still pretty cool. See all these planets. There's the parts with the jumps that are really cool, kind of intense because you don't want to fall off. And I think why everyone loves this track is because of where it takes you next. You fly on Saturn's rings. It blew my mind when I first played this game. I'm like, this might be the coolest Rainbow Road just because I'm flying on Saturn's rings. And then I love the tight turns from there. You fly on the moon after. I think it's the moon. You fly on a planet after. It's just, it's mind-blowing. It's really cool. I think you get these like chain chomps that are flying around, and then you get the last lap, which is more intense. There's that like little wheel thing you go in, and it looks really beautiful, and you get the speed boost in there. It's just, it has a great length. The track's not too long, but not short. It's a great layout for probably the best Rainbow Road. And number 1, y'all saw this coming. And this is probably number 1 on every video that people have done this topic about, but it needs to be said. Waluigi Pinball, of course. How could it not be on this list? It's a Waluigi fucking Pinball. Picture me, little Jimmy, probably 7, 8 years old. I would play the crap out of Mario Kart DS on road trips, on, school buses, just like anywhere. I never left home without that thing. I was constantly playing Mario Kart. And I remember playing Waluigi Pinball for the first time, and it blew my mind. Going into this like little rainbow cannon thing that shoots you off into a pinball machine where you have to like avoid these pinballs coming at you that are huge because you're tiny. And then obviously the beautiful section where you're like on the board and just being on a pinball board, it's just so cool. I don't know, this track has always kind of blown me away just because of like how insane and cool it is. And clearly I'm not alone because everyone loves this track. It's one that needs to come to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think everyone's been saying this for an eternity because it's just a map that brings us lots of joy. The music's slapping, the layout is iconic, it's fantastic, and it's so unique. And who doesn't love Waluigi? So that's definitely my number one. So yeah, that's all the Mario Kart tracks I want to see remastered in the DLC, but what do you want to see? Please comment below, let me know, and please subscribe for some more Nintendo content. I'm also live on Twitch most days, link in the description below. I stream mostly Nintendo games, so come check me out and say hello.